Hey gamers! In this podcast episode, me, Natalia Mars, Mrayz, me, and Madeline Johnson will be starting you off with Minecraft's amazing logic. And what I mean by that is all of the newer mobs and older mobs and tell you what they do. So, Natalia, what are some mobs that you think can do like cool stuff or like helpful stuff?
Many people already know this because it came out with the Cherry Blossom update, which was 1.21, I think, last year, which is the Sniffer, because it can help you find like rare seeds for flowers.
Yeah, and it also kind of blends in with it, so it kind of makes sense to put it with that. And what is so cool about the Sniffer?
Well, the flower seeds that they give you are actually flowers that you can't get on your own. You need a Sniffer. Also, the Sniffer eggs are pretty hard to find. Also, with the Cherry Blossom update, you got they added suspicious sand and suspicious gravel.
Mm-hmm.
So they also made a duster, and using the duster, you have a chance to get a Sniffer egg.
So is like a duster, is it like a tool or is it a mob?
A duster? It's actually a tool that you just use to dust all the suspicious sand and gravel, and it can give you like tons of items like coal, sticks, hose, golden nuggets, which I mainly get golden nuggets for some reason.
So can that also work in like creative mode, or is it survival that you're talking about?
So a few days or weeks ago, I actually played creative, and I went exploring, and I found one, and I saw suspicious sand. Actually, I think it was suspicious gravel, or both, and I dusted it, and it still works.
Oh. So Maddie, do you have anything to say about like suspicious mobs that you have seen, or anything to add on to Natalia, like about some like Sniffers or suspicious sand or suspicious gravel?
Well, the only thing I know about suspicious sand and gravel is that they stand out from all the others, which means they do different things.
Yeah. So don't those have like the indentions? Like indentions in them, or is that like a different type of block?
Mainly they have indentions, but yeah.
But so isn't there like the suspicious sand and gravel where you find the TNT and then like a chest full of good items? Is that like where they are, or is it something else there?
Well, the only spot I've found suspicious gravel is near the jungle. Near the jungle, and the suspicious sand is like at the shore of the ocean.
Oh, so do you have anything about like, I've heard there's newer dragons coming out, and the Ender Dragon is a very popular and old dragon that I've done in survival more than once, and I was wondering like how come they only hatch in certain places, and how come the Ender Dragon can't hatch on land?
Well, that's mainly because the ender dragon, it has ender in its name, so the ender, where the ender dragon is,
Yeah.
that's mainly like its habitat, so it might not be comfortable enough to hatch on land.
I would actually like to add something on. So I'm not for sure of this, but it might actually not hatch because I've seen tons of YouTubers like 100-day survival, and like they got the ender dragon by like day 50, and the ender dragon egg hasn't hatched. It's basically like a trophy for beating the ender dragon, but also you have to be really careful with it, because if you're on a 1 block and you get it, like a lucky block, and then you place it down and then you hit it, it'll teleport and it might fall into the void and you'll lose it forever.
So if, let's say you just get really lucky and it does hatch, can you hatch multiple, or will it only hatch one and then like the rest, will they hatch after we kill that one, or what? I'll let Maddie answer and then you can, Natalia.
Well, like chickens.
Mm-hmm. So
Most of the chickens hatch at one time.
mm-hmm.
So that might be like what the dragons do, because that also happens with reptiles. And dragons are like a reptile.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, yeah.
Do you, what about you, Natalia? Do you know anything about it?
That is actually a really good question, but I am actually not sure because I watch lots of Minecraft YouTube videos and I actually haven't seen that. So, could be possible.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of this podcast. So like and subscribe to Minecraft's Tips and Tricks by Natalia Mrayz, and to mine, which is Minecraft's Sturdy Logic, please. And don't forget, never stop building.